Good morning, everybody. So I have a bit of time right now, and I'm going to make a quick talk about passive aggressive behavior. And I'm not going to get too extensive about this. I'm going to actually pass along a video about it that I think is really good. Um, and I'm going to start off by saying that this is not aimed at any one particular person. I can think of so many examples, but really, this video is about just exploring passive aggressive behavior and the motivations for it and the tactics in ourselves and others. And I am a self observer, so sometimes I've caught myself being passive aggressive. We're all passive aggressive sometimes, and actually, usually, it's in response to what I perceive to be passive aggressive behavior coming at me. And see, we the problem is with passive aggressive behavior, and the whole reason for it is ambiguity. The person who's being passive aggressive usually knows that they don't have any moral high ground for whatever their beef is. Um, and so they're trying to create a dynamic whereby they can express their aggression without being held accountable for it. And so sometimes we perceive somebody's being passive aggressive and there's no ambiguity. It's really obviously discernible. But there's other times when it's really hard to tell. And so it's like I give people the benefit of the doubt. This is why most of the time when I perceive passive aggressive behavior coming at me, my number one response is to ignore it. Because number one, I could be wrong. And number two, by responding to passive aggressive behavior and engaging it, then you're possibly playing into that person's dynamic. And so, like, if I have to respond, sometimes I'll just respond with passive aggressively right back. So because the motivation for the passive aggressive person is to get you to react aggressively, and so that you will be the one who you will be the role of the instigator, so that they can project their aggression onto you. But they'll make you into the bad guy. And oftentimes, the passive aggressive person will then explode and act like they have the moral high ground for their rage. And the thing that I've noticed too is when you're dealing with someone who is a true passive aggressive personality disorder, like when they have a severe pattern of it, those people will always be polarized between passive and aggressive. They will start out passive aggressive, and then, if you call them out, if they get exposed, they'll explode into aggressive. You will never have that middle ground with these people where you can just have an assertive, mature talk and actually transmute it. It's always got to be polarized, and it's always got to be a competition for these people, because their self-esteem is in the toilet, and this is about undermining other people and elevating oneself and not taking any personal responsibility, really. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys this video by Sheila Robinson Kiss. Okay, so here's the part of the video I wanted to play where she talks about the motivations for passive-aggressive behavior.
So the next set of points that I wanted to make, why do people behave this way? People behave this way for one of three reasons, and listen carefully. Number one, they don't know how to communicate in a different way. So, in essence, this is just not a part of their toolkit. They do not have the skill set. They are not to this pit stop in their communication evolution.
And I do think for a lot of people, you know, just sort of kind of walking on eggshells and trying not to offend people and that kind of thing. Especially women are socialized to be that way. So a lot of people who maybe seem passive aggressive, it's not coming from some sinister place.
Number two, they are not comfortable with conflict or direct communication, yet they do desire to express their hurt and concern. So they do it in a covert way. Number three, they use this information as a form of manipulation to keep you under control, to keep you under their thumb in one way or another. I want to
So if you're dealing with someone who's being passive aggressive with you because they want to control you, you're going to know it. And again, there will be that atmosphere of tension, and you will never break through and have a real conversation with this person. And the sad part about, like YouTube and social media and Facebook and things is sometimes it's just going to be coming at you from complete strangers. And, I've had people where my first interaction, they are so passive aggressive, it blows my mind. And because, again, like I said, they want you to be perceived as the aggressor. They want you to react. So a lot of what, a lot of the real trolling doesn't look like trolling in the same way on the surface. And a lot of the people who do this kind of thing are using social media as a way to basically just dump their anger. It's a terrible waste of creative energy. You have to get to the point where you do stop caring about this game and you make it about the work and you make it about the sharing and the quality of what you're doing. It's not about making these people change. It's about changing our response to them. And actually, in most cases, it's about stop giving them energy, period. Cut them off, starve them, because your life is more interesting. Okay, it's more important that you live your life. Anyway, have a good day, everybody.